Vilas debut. Here's Tom Taylor to open up from the Diglis end of the ground, and this is driven firmly through the covers by Keaton Jennings. I get the first boundary, actually. Out it goes towards the boundary rope. It bobbles and bounces its way there. Decent effort out in the deep. Mid-wicket. Taylor balls to Jennings. A big appeal for LBW. He's gone, and that's the first wicket, and Tom Taylor wheels away in celebration. And Jennings...
Big strides, goes in and bowls. Clipped away nicely by Davis to get off the mark. That's going to run away across the square for four. Just turned his wrists on that one. Went onto the back foot.
Doing that.
As in goes Taylor, and it comes off the pad. I think there's an appeal, no, a little bit of bat as well, so it must have been a little inside edge onto the pad, and the ball squeezes through. Waits with bat raised as right is in, and
shot.
And of course he then beautiful straight drive through the onside, very, very straight, just past the stump.
He's back.
Taylor is in, bowls clipped away off his toes down to fine leg neatly.
To Davis, it's driven, it's a good shot, punched away through the covers to the left of mid-off, and that will race along a pretty firm, dry outfield through the extra cover region for 4 runs.
Right is in and bowls fullish on towards middle leg, and beautifully clipped away by Banner. Just waited for it and turned his wrists on it and clipped it away through mid-wicket for 4. Cosgrave in goes right and bowls a lovely forward press for 4 by Josh Bohannon. Again, there was no great follow through, which is why I describe it as a press rather than a drive. But
with a pink ball, Klein bowls to Davis, has pulled and caught superbly at mid-wicket. Brilliant diving catch at mid-wicket, low down to his right-hand side. And
indeed, in goes Klein and bowls. That is a nice forward press from Jones. Nothing wrong with that. Didn't try and hit it too hard, but it was a firm push, and it fairly whistled through a very straight mid-off out towards the boundary for 4. Well, that one as Taylor is in, Jones forward, dropping out into the offside. He's going to have to hurry. A good throw at the stumps, but no, although the appeal was made, he was hit by Slater, and Nick Cook was scrambling to get in position, but even from here...
So we'll get one more over him before lunch.
Taylor's bowling it, and is driven most pleasantly by Josh Bohannon. Wasn't quite to the pitch of it, but didn't need to be.
Final ball of the session. Played away off the back foot. Eased into the offside. And Dieter Klein comes round from mid-on to complete the fielding. Bohannon with a cry of no. And that does complete the...
Continue from the Diglis Road end. Is in and bowled him. He's got one through Rob Jones. A foolish delivery, might have swung in. It is the Klein wicket-taking delivery, and it's very much led from the front. In goes Klein and bowls to him, and cover drives for 4 quite beautifully, and noticeably so much time there in position early.
Has he gloved that one behind? Klein thinks so, but umpire Nick Cook.
Yes.
It's given it.
Given it in the end.
Bit of a delay, that wasn't it? And, Klein again balls to Vilas, working the ball through mid-wicket. Little roll of the wrist. And as he timed that superbly, he has. Just leant into it. Klein back in. Vilas driving through the offside. That'll be 4 more, I would think, through extra cover. It rattles its way towards the boundary rope. Yeah, Klein again. Spit in full of length, and he's asking the question of umpire Nick Cook. Croft's going to come back for a couple of... Lancashire. Looking for his 4th wicket here, Klein. Cut through the offside by Stephen Croft. That's 4 runs. That races just in front of Taylor. Slightly leaning forward and straightens up as he comes in and bowls. That's cut beautifully by Croft. That's 4 runs. Lovely looking shot. Mike to Vilas. It's cut through the offside. That's 4 runs.
It was famous last word.
It's a little short and a little wide from Mike.
New Road, in goes Taylor and bowls, and a thick outside edge goes... I think it was just down leg side before a single is taken. Ackerman in again, and a pre-chosen little sweep, a little dab around the corner from Vilas is played. Is in. Bowls swept hard and successfully by Vilas out towards backward square for 4. Really meaty sound as the ball came off the bat. Ackerman Ackerman in again, over pitches, driven expansively and with a certain amount of relish by Dane Vilas through the offside for 4 consecutive. Is in. Bowls swept hard and successfully by Vilas out towards backward square 4-4. Really meaty sound as the ball came off the bat.
Short extra cover, short mid wicket. And Vilas sweeping out towards square leg and jogging through for a single. And Dane Vilas picking up this season where he left off last season. Be a good end to the session. Can Leicestershire force a breakthrough? Well, not with that delivery. Short and wide by Chris Wright, and Dane Vilas cuts the ball square of the wicket. They make decisions when they've not had to do so for months. This is slashed away by Stephen Croft. That will be 4 runs. Just to the right of point and down towards the boundary for 4. In the sunshine, bowling to Vilas. Whipped away through the onside. Timed beautifully. Goodness me, just off the hip. Roll of the wrist. And
Mike to continue from the New Road end. Comes in, drops a little bit short and has to wait for it. Vilas, but plays it dismissively. That pulls it away. It wasn't quite a hook. Didn't quite get up as much as he thought it was going to.
Of games, the volume of games. This is worked away through the onside by Vilas. He might get 4 for it. He does. Mike comes in again and balls to Vilas. It's played over the top of Ackerman at backward point and down towards the boundary for 4 more.
Knew exactly what he was doing there. In he goes, and bowls drops short and basically pulled off the front foot by Stephen Croft. Sat up, banged it in. Taylor in again. Bowls edged, caught. Azad has hung on. He just went for a wide one this time. Dane Vilas, and on at 90, the Lancashire captain has gone. He so cross with himself, reaching for that one. He was playing so well, everything timed beautifully, but it was a slightly wide delivery.
Up against Hampshire today. Parking some balls, but down the leg side. And bowlers, and I think it's just helped that on its way. It's running down towards the boundary rope. No, nothing on. It's gone for 4 byes. Get to 10,000. Taylor to Croft. That's cut. That'll be 4 runs. Backward of square on the offside. Stephen Croft to bring up 50 for him. 51 not out from 105 deliveries. And Lancashire 240 for 5.
Line over the wicket. Bowl slightly wide, slap driven away. If that's a shot by Stephen Croft, but it's a very successful shot. He reached for it.
2 men on the off and on side for the drive. Oh, he's going back and dragging the ball behind square on the leg side. He gets 4 runs, his first boundary in first-class cricket. Flurry of activity.
So I can't quite tell you how much it did turn, that original delivery. It goes in, Ackerman. There's an appeal for leg before he's gone. He's got Stephen Croft. It turned again. He was back on his stumps, looking to turn it on the leg side. He thought about it a long time there, umpire White. So long, I didn't think he was going to give it. But give it he has, and Leicestershire have a breakthrough that they badly needed at the end. Slightly open stance. Alderson as in goes Ackerman. Bowls to him. Nothing open at all about that shot. Dropped a little bit short. He rocked back and punched it away off the back foot through the offside for 4.